Jesus' third teaching, fulfillment of the law, Matthew 5:17-20. Matthew 5:17-20. Jesus emphasizes that he did not come to abolish the law or the prophets, but to fulfill them. He insists that not even the smallest part of the law will disappear until everything is accomplished, stressing the importance of adhering to the commandments and teaching others to do the same. He also introduces a deeper understanding of righteousness that surpasses that of the Pharisees and teachers of the law. Old Testament support, Jeremiah 31:31-34. This passage prophesies a new covenant where the law will be written on the hearts of God's people, aligning with Jesus' teaching of internal transformation.
The days are coming, declares the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the people of Israel and with the people of Judah. I will put my law in their minds and write it on their hearts. I will be their God, and they will be my people.
Psalm 119:11. This verse reflects the value of internalizing God's law, resonating with Jesus' emphasis on internal righteousness.
I have hidden your word in my heart, that I might not sin against you.
Ezekiel 36:26-27. God promises to give a new heart and spirit, removing the heart of stone and replacing it with a heart of flesh, enabling the people to follow his decrees.
I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit in you and move you to follow my decrees and be careful to keep my laws.
New Testament support, Matthew 22:37-40. Jesus summarizes the law and the prophets by emphasizing love for God and love for neighbor as the greatest commandments, indicating that true righteousness is rooted in love and relational integrity.
Jesus replied, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment, and the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments."
Romans 10:4. Paul explains that Christ is the culmination of the law for righteousness to everyone who believes, highlighting how Jesus' life and teachings bring the law to its intended fulfillment.
Christ is the culmination of the law, so that there may be righteousness for everyone who believes.
Galatians 3:24-25. Paul describes the law as a guardian until Christ came, illustrating that the law served a purpose before Christ, but is fulfilled in him.
So the law was our guardian until Christ came, that we might be justified by faith. Now that this faith has come, we are no longer under a guardian.
Hebrews 8:6-13. This passage reiterates the promise of a new covenant, emphasizing that the old covenant is obsolete and that the new covenant brings a deeper, heart-based relationship with God.
But in fact, the ministry Jesus has received is as superior to theirs, as the covenant of which he is mediator is superior to the old one, since the new covenant is established on better promises. For if there had been nothing wrong with that first covenant, no place would have been sought for another. But God found fault with the people and said, "The days are coming, declares the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the people of Israel and with the people of Judah."
Additional insight, Romans 8:3-4. Paul explains that the law was powerless to save because it was weakened by the flesh. But God did what the law could not do by sending his own Son. For what the law was powerless to do because it was weakened by the flesh, God did by sending his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh to be a sin offering. And so he condemned sin in the flesh in order that the righteous requirement of the law might be fully met in us, who do not live according to the flesh, but according to the Spirit. These passages collectively emphasize that Jesus' teaching is about a transformation of the heart and fulfilling the deeper spiritual intent of the law. The focus is on internal righteousness, motivated by love and faith, rather than mere external observance.